In this video, I'll be sharing with you a tutorial on how to make this stylish Milkmaid underbust Basque dress with gathers. So if you haven't yet seen the drafting tutorial of this dress, you can go down to our previous tutorial where we drafted it out, or I'm going to leave a link at the description below. And if you haven't yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, please kindly hit on the subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up. So let's dive right into today's video. So to start, I'm going to transfer my measurements on the pattern down to the fabric. For this particular dress, you need at least 3 yards to make this dress. And I'm also making use of a Mikado fabric. So for the pattern at the bust area, I'll be cutting out 2 pieces for both sides. So now I'm going to place it on fold, and before marking out, I'm going to mark out my starting line because I don't want to use this ending part or the starting part of this fabric. Now I'm going to draw out a starting line. Now after that, my starting line, I'm going to mark an additional line of 2.5 inches. Now why I'm adding this addition of 2.5 inches to my cup is because I'm using a Mikado fabric and I'm not turning it with a lining. Now I'll be using this part to serve as a facing for the upper part of my cup. Now in front of the cup pattern, I'm going to add 1 inch and I'll rule a line. Now I'll place my cup. Now at the lower part, I'll be adding ½ inch to it, and by the side I'll add ½ inch. I'll go ahead to secure this with my pin. I'm going to mark ½ inch all the way around, ½ inch going towards the side of the bust, right? Now ½ inch at the under bust. Remember, in front of the cup I added 1 inch, wide the side I added ½ inch, at the lower part I added ½ inch, at the upper part I added 2.5. now this 2.5, I'll be folding it over on the actual cup pattern. So that 2.5 inches will be serving as a facing to turn up my cup. So I'll just go ahead and I will cut this out. So after cutting out my pattern, I'm going to trace out that part I don't need at the upper part. So that 2.5 inches I added, I'll fold it this way and I'll iron on it. Like I'll iron it to create that line to show where I have that extra 2.5 inches, like where the extra 2.5 inches actually started on my pattern. I'll go ahead to use my iron and I'll just iron that quickly to create that line. Now I'm going to be folding over that part to create the channel for the little ruffles we have on the upper part of my cup. Now I'll separate my cup into 2, right? So this part that is straight that we added extra 1 inch is the center part of the cup, while the part that is curvy is the side, right? So I'll go ahead to fold this with ½ and ½ inch and I'll stitch. So I'll just go ahead to pin this down. So after stitching here, what I'll do is, remember this extra 2.5 inches we added, I'll fold it over this way. Then I'll fold in with ½ inch, place it on this part of my dress, and I will also stitch. So I'll go ahead to like fold and stitch, but first you have to fold with ½ inch in front, then go ahead to fold over this 2.5 inches and fold it down and stitch, right? I'll be repeating this to the other side of my cup. So after I'm done stitching, after I'm done folding it, from that point I have here, I'm going to fold it in this way now and I will stitch on it. So I'll also do this on the other side of my cup. Now after stitching on top, I will top stitch like 0.5 so that I can pass my rope at that point. Now I'm done stitching the extra 0.5 inches on top. This is creating a channel for your rope. So I made a little rope which I'll be passing through through that channel that I made. So I'll pass my safety pin and I'll go ahead to pass it through. The fabric I used is Mikado, so it was very difficult for me to pass this through. So if you're using a fabric with a smooth face that is not so thick, so it will be easier for you to do this. So I'll just go ahead to pass and stretch. So the point is to get this rope to the end of the curvy side of this cup, and I will top stitch on it. This is to allow me have that gathers or ruche at the upper part of the cup. So after I was done passing, I went ahead to stitch it by the side here, repeated this also here. So you can go ahead to drag this and you have that ruche effect. So I'm using a thick fabric Mikado, so it's slightly hard to like move it. So what I'll do is to place this against this and I'll be joining the lower part. So I cut out my pattern and I added ½ inch under bust area and at the lower part of this dress. So I also added ½ inch here. Now I'll go ahead to unpin my pattern and I will notch the midpoint. Now what I'm going to do is to go ahead to take the upper part of my pattern, that is this cup area. Now I'll place it against this part, that is the right part facing this. But first I'm going to run like a gather stitch on here and drag it before we can go ahead to attach it to the under bust area of this dress. Now I've gone ahead to like run a gather stitch on it. I placed one of the cup against the other one. Now I'll pin it to the center. Now take this part of my cup and leave about ½ inch on top. That is when you're placing it at this side, leave about ½ inch on top on the main fabric before placing the cup. Now I'll go ahead to pin my cup to the body of the underbust dress, and in this part you have to pin your dress, pin very well so that it will be easier for you to like stitch it. So after I'm done pinning this side, I will also go ahead to pin the other side of my dress also. I'll also go ahead to leave ½ inch on the main part of this dress before pinning my cup. That ½ inch we're leaving is so that we can turn it up. So see the way I'm pinning it, leaving ½ inch of my main pattern and then pinning the cup ½ inch beneath it. Now I'll also pin to this side of my pattern this way, and I'll also pin it to the center. Then go ahead to arrange it very well so that it's going to relax. Now this is what I have after I'm done pinning. I'll go ahead to stitch with ½ inch joining it. Now I'm done joining and this is what my dress looks like. Now this is my lining. I'm using the same fabric, so if you're using an ordinary lining you can go ahead to iron an interface. So a Mikado is already thick and I don't want to add much to it, so I'll just go ahead to pin this way, and I will be stitching this on the underbust area and also on the side of this dress. Just like I pinned the main fabric, I'll pin it exactly on that line. So after I'm done pinning on the other side, I'm going to still stitch with ½ inch. Now I'm going to stitch on exactly that ½ inch line I used in joining the first part of the cup. So after I'm done stitching, this is what I have. What I'll do is just to go ahead and notch this for it to relax before going ahead to stitch the side. So after notching, I'll turn this to the right side. This is what I have. Now what I have here, I'm going to go ahead to turn it, and to turn this side up, I'll flip this in this way, stitch with ½ inch, then tuck this in this way and stitch with ½ inch on the sides of my pattern. Now I'll also repeat the same process on this side of this dress also. So after I'm done sewing, I'll go in and I'll notch this again for it to relax very well. Then I will turn this to the right side. Now after turning, this is what I have. Now I'll go ahead to iron out. What I'll also do is to run like 2 lines on each side and on the center for a boning channel at the front. Now moving over to the back pattern, this is what I cut out. The back is very simple, there's no much work on it. So I added ½ inch on top and on the lower part. So here I'm also using the same fabric to turn it, right? And what I'm going to do is to go ahead to stitch with ½ inch round the back pattern of the dress. So I also forgot to mention that I blended out the dart. That means I'm not sewing a dart for the back. But first, this is the fabric I cut out for the strap, which is 4 inches by about 39 to 40 inches long. So I'll go ahead to fold it. Then after that, we'll be attaching it to the dress. So now I've gone ahead to like stitch round the back pattern and I've created the boning channels on it. I'll also pass my boning through it. I'm using a sewable boning. So this is what I have. Now I don't want to create a boning channel at the back. I just want to join it and add a zipper. So I'm just going to place it and add a zipper. Remember we turned our dress with ½ inch round and the sewing allowance we added was 1.5 inches. So after stitching out ½ inch round to turn your pattern, what you have left is 1 inch. What I will now do is to pin this, and by the side I'll just go ahead to stitch out 1 inch. Before going ahead to stitch, I'll also go ahead to place this part and I will stitch it on top where I have the first line where I created my boning channels. Now after stitching that, this is what I have. I'll go ahead to pass my boning through my boning channels that I have. Now while passing this boning, I'll leave like ½ inch remaining because I'll use that ½ inch to join my dress to the gathered area of my dress. So I'll also pass the boning here and chop it out. Remember to leave like ½ inch underneath the boning. So now next we are going to introduce the lower part. So what I have here is about 3 yards. So I had to like join mine at the center to get that 3 yards because the actual fabric I had was 2.5. So I had to join it to get that 3 yards. So if you watched the drafting video, you will know how to get the lower part. So to get your lower part is get the full length of your dress, and whatever you have, you're going to minus your shoulder to waist from it. Now the remaining part, you add your folding allowance to it. So after cutting out and folding the lower part, I'll be joining it. Now you need to find a midpoint and attach this to the lower part, but first you need to run like a gather stitch on it. You can use your machine or you can use your needle and thread. So trying to drag this on the machine, since it was a Mikado, was quite difficult, so I just used my needle and thread. Now after running a gather stitch, what I'll do is to attach it with ½ inch from this part to the end. So this is what I have after I was done joining. I'll go ahead to place it this way and I'll run 1 inch at the lower part. Then you're going to attach a zipper at the upper part. After sewing, this is the final result of this dress.